Their half-backs, are they good enough in the air? The scoring ability of their half-hours. They'll be the actual crucial things for Limerick. For Cork, I suppose, that full back line we mentioned, Jim Joyce at centre-back. How will he hold the centre? Loch McLaughlin is he fit at midfield? And above all, will that full forward line for Cork score goals? It's a beautiful day. Limerick, the one thing Limerick will bring to this game is absolute savage passion. And maybe at the end of the day, that's the thing that will separate them. I'll stick with Limerick because they're at home.
Okay, Limerick's passion maybe to just swing it, Liam Sheedy.
Yeah, as I said, Clare Cork got 15 points in the last day. I can't see the Limerick defence giving them the cheap possession of the ball today. I think it really comes down to the Limerick half-forward line. Will they be able to break even with this Cork half-back line? I think that's what it's going to come down to. I think they'll maybe just have enough, and their own ground here, I just fancy Limerick to shade it. But we might have the third draw of the weekend in this early championship as well.
And the final word to the goalman, man.
You can see it out there, like the atmosphere. It's like in the corner. It's ready to explode. Like if Limerick can hold their tightness against Cork, but like the more you look at Cork, it's all coming in earlier on, and they're very relaxed and they've lovely holders. I kind of feel all week that Limerick can do it, and yes, I just see them Cork forwards. If they get the space, I just feel maybe the tenacity of the crowd behind them, it might drive them on. But like, you know, I wouldn't bet on this one because like it's really a toss of a coin.
It probably is, you know. Well, it's for the last couple of minutes it's been really hard to hear what the lads are saying here in the studio. For once, that's actually a good complaint because I can tell you the atmosphere really is, and I know we might be slightly overstating this, but it's absolutely fantastic here in the Gaelic grounds in Limerick. So then, the wait is almost over. Time to join our commentary team here at the Gaelic grounds. Michael Dignan, and first, Ger Canning.
Well, Michael, it's some setting, isn't it? 44,000 people or thereabouts, we believe, inside the Gaelic grounds right now. It's also an indication of the heat, I guess, that all of the players decided to discard the helmets while they went on their parade around behind this fine body of men and women making up the Tulla Pipe Band. Great town for music and for hurling, of course, Tulla. But right now, it's here in the Gaelic grounds, which is packed to capacity. It's a ground which was very much used as a Munster final venue back in the 1960s. At that stage, between 1961 and 1970, 10 different Munster finals were played here, but only 5 in the 14 years since. She's got to enjoy it. They all are, I think. Hard to believe when you consider that there are only 5 counties in Munster competing at this level for provincial glory, that it's 21 years since Limerick and Cork last met in a Munster hurling final. And back in 1992, it was played at Porky Queen, and Jimmy Barry Murphy was then co-commentating on this match for RT Sport, but he's back directing operations, as you know, for Cork today, and sharing the limelight with an old friend and a club colleague, John Allen. So, instead of JBM, Michael Dignan's most welcome. What a setting.
Well, thanks, Gerald. First of all, I know Jimmy Barry Murphy, so we'll get that out of the way, but it's absolutely an incredible atmosphere, Gerald. Since 3 hours ago, the place was mostly full here. Great crowd from Cork, and obviously a massive crowd from Limerick. And I think for the players out there today, Gerald, none of these players, as far as you know, have a Munster Championship medal. It's a huge occasion for them. I think most of the Limerick panel, 27 or something, won their first championship match ever against Tip the last day. And now they all find themselves only 3 Cork players surviving from the 2010 Munster final. So really, it's a huge occasion for all these players. And that's the big imponderable today. How will they react to this? To the pressure, to the atmosphere, to the occasion. And I often found as a player that you were maybe cooler than the supporters and your family and everyone else. That, you know, that's maybe what you lived all your life for occasions like this. And this, you know, this is a real throwback to me. Limerick haven't won a Munster Championship since '96, Cork since 2006. So it's a brilliant occasion. Whoever wins it today, I've gone for Limerick during the week, but a bit like Surrey beforehand there. You know, who knows?
Oh, he was sitting on that fence.
He's sitting on the fence. I've gone for Limerick. I'm going to stick with them, but you know, it is really a hard game to call, and you don't know who's going to react best under this pressure today. And so there's going to be mistakes, there's going to be incidents, there's going to be passion, there's going to be everything out there. I'm really looking forward to it.
We've got a glimpse there of JBM on the sideline with Kieran Kingston, one of his selectors, the Moyer Forna. And I have a recollection of Kieran scoring a winning point or winning goal, I think, in 1997, a match that was drawn between Cork and Limerick. And Cork went on to win the replay in that game in fairness. That was the day of the famous John Fenton goal. Do you remember that?
Great goal, of course I do. And I just happened to have a quick word with Ger Cunningham and Kieran Kingston and Johnny Crowley down there before the game, and Dr. Con Murphy. And it just struck me how relaxed they were. These men have been through it so many times before, and you know, it's been interesting to see if they can, you know, maybe tell the players what it's like on a day like this, and impart that absolute massive experience that they have and that confidence that Cork teams always bring to the big occasion. And you can see that maybe, you know, that is the thing about Cork, when they have that swagger that they normally have.
Well, against JVM today is, of course, John Allen, a clubmate at St. Finbarr's, and a man who took this Cork team in 2006, and they